Ieta for getting upset when my boyfriend said I couldn't join him and his female friend for a trip to an antique auction.
Removed. Your post has been removed.
Hashtag do not repost this without contacting the mods. https://www.reddit.com/message/compose/r/amethyshole for approval, including edited versions. Reposting without explicit approval. https://www.reddit.com/r/amethyshole/wiki/fact#wiki_can_removed.3f will result in a ban.
This post violates Rule 11. Number partings, relationship, sex, reproductive autonomy posts. We do not allow posts where the central conflict is about romantic relationships and/or reproductive autonomy. Rule 11 FAQs. https://www.reddit.com/r/amethyshole/wiki/fact#wiki_no_parting.2 freelationship.2 fsx.2 Subreddit rules. https://www.reddit.com/r/amethyshole/about/rules/. ### Please ensure you have reviewed this message in full.
We will not respond to PMs to individual mods.
Message the mods.
https://www.reddit.com/message/compose/question mark to equals/r/amethyshole with any questions.
### Please visit r/find a Reddit to see if
there's a more appropriate sub for your post. ###.
NTA and don't let him gaslight you into believing you are.
That reaction is such overkill for what happened that I would absolutely be questioning the intention.
Also, I've been with my husband 10 years and he can basically do absolutely anything he wants to in this world. We have separate nights out. We both do whatever we please. But this wouldn't be acceptable to either of us except for maybe a few, very, very few, exceptions, and it would have to be someone who doesn't hate our partner LOL. Trust your gut. And he's slept with this chick before. Long car ride plus chick he's slept with before plus girlfriend cannot come equals face with monocle. Leave this insensitive bastard. He is cheating. Right?
Me thinks he dith protest too much.
I'd have dumped him on the spot, TBH. Bet there aren't antiques or a long car ride. He'll be at her place.
She's, the former FWB, the only antique he's interested in. And he doesn't want op along to cramp his style.
Motion to call hooking up with an older woman, antiquing, from here on out.
Do I have a second?
I.
Seconded.
Definitely, although I'm now the antique.
Wear that badge with pride.
Grin grin grin. You have my upvote lol. She's the only antique he's interested in.
You my Reddit friend are an entertaining genius.
It's lunchtime and I'm hungry. But if it wasn't, the irony would kill me.
Yeah, put a tracker on his car and note the mileage.
That's stalkerish even if she is right on her suspicions and I'm not sure legal?
Definitely creepy.
Surely it can't be illegal to put trackers on your own family's cars?
Her boyfriend is not her husband. This is unhinged behavior.
Stalking is stalking.
Have you ever heard the phrase, domestic violence?
Surely tracking people without their knowledge is illegal, especially since they very likely have their own vehicles and not shared assets. You are terrifying. I am mainly talking about it in the regards of suspicions of him cheating and if they had shares assets as in cars etc.
Ignore the trackers. You'd be against her going there by herself as well and check to see if they're actually doing what they say they're doing? But I guess you're fine with being cheated on, you do you. No, I wouldn't need to verify with this level of disrespect, I'd be gone.
Stalking is stalking. It's illegal. It's not justified.
Tracking someone is so fucking scary, and the fact that you say, "You do you," tells me that you will fit up whatever situation you want.
You are demented. At least we agree on that we would both be gone after how he acted. I would have been gone long ago anyways when she mentioned he's a junkie, so I wouldn't even have been getting into this situation to begin with. You do you.
I didn't even see the junkie part.
Please don't justify stalking people.
This is so violating even as an act initiated in self-preservation. You don't get to violate others in that pursuit. This is way more than you do you. He told her where he's going. What would a tracker and the mileage accomplish? How would the mileage reveal anything about what they're doing? Because some are insinuating that he's just gonna go hang out at her house and they are not going out of state, so the mileage will tell how far he drove.
Did he just drive around the corner to this person's house, or did they really drive out to states over? 2 states away. I'll bet the car has an issue and they have to grab a motel.
To plan a trip with her 2 states away speaks volumes. They are planning a trip away to be together. Especially since he knows you love antiques. Why would he blow up on you?
He is no longer your boyfriend. He is hers. And he has had sex with that woman before. He has mommy issues and is obviously cheating on Op.
Why didn't they plan a trip to sometime Op doesn't care about?
It's either intentional or lazy, and either way I'd be hella insulted.
Agreed, NTA.
Honestly, it sounds like they have other plans than antique shopping. I think I would not take a wait-and-see approach and just confront him outright.
That response is over the top and inappropriate.
I think there's only one antique that's being looked at. Ooh, good one.
Aw, a truly savage burn.
Well said, LMFAO, open mouth smile. Snorted. Lol.
Honestly.
I see posts all the time like this and it baffles me. Why is it that so many women fear being upfront with their men about shit like this? Could never be me.
We're here now, so let talk MF. He wants to be shady and weird with his old lady coworker?
I'd go INNNN about that, and make him feel like a loser for even being interested in this old broad loudly crying face with rolling eyes.
Wait until a few years from now and she's senile, and casket ready.
I promise he's going to feel like a dumbass creep, when he recalls
memories from choosing this trip over his young, capable, beautiful GF.
How embarrassing, woman facepalming. I had a counselor that spent years pointing out every time I knew a situation was exactly what I thought it has been. She would tell me my gut was me processing information I didn't know I was recognizing before I thought about it. And that I was very clever and stop letting people convince me otherwise, because anyone doing that was trying to take advantage of me. Trust your gut. And just in case you are still wondering, even if they were 100% totally platonic innocent friends, he'd still be 100% tahir for yelling at you like he did, so don't let him use that angle on you. You deserve better treatment than he is giving you.
Long, unnecessary road trips with someone of the opposite sex are a no-go for any committed relationship.
My husband has friends who are female. Most of my friends are male.
We don't go on road trips alone together. If we do both want to go to an event, we find a third person to tag along, assuming spouse doesn't want to come. Because otherwise, that's a little too date-like for anyone's comfort.
I have no interest in cheating on my husband. But part of how I keep it that way is by avoiding
situations where cheating is an option.
If my husband got mad that I wanted to tag along while he was hanging out with another woman, woo.
The antiquing trip would be called off completely, for starters, unless he wanted to come home to an empty house and divorce papers.
I date both men and women. What are my options here?
Just never go on a trip with any friend ever?
Maybe just not with the people you used to sleep with, tongue out.
Why not?
I'm not romantically interested in every person I've slept with. And if my partner says they're not okay with an open or poly relationship, I'm not going to sleep around.
If I want to sleep with more people and my partner doesn't want me to, and the urge to sleep with someone is greater than my desire to be in that relationship, I will end the relationship before doing anything else.
I expect my partner to trust me on this, and I trust them to as well.
If they betray my trust, I'll cut tea.
Hem loose. But I'm not interested in dictating who they hang out with.
That reeks of insecurity and lack of trust to me. It's super exhausting to live that mistrustful TBH.
I'm pansexual and literally everyone is a potential partner of mine if we vibe together.
I can't imagine being with someone who didn't trust me to stick to my promise to them, because then every interaction I ever have with anyone becomes this potential vat of explosive jealousy, and that's just weird and off-putting to me. I understand your point of view.
I'm the least jealous person I know. But people in general are not robots and they are allowed to have feelings.
It's not about trust, it's about personal discomfort. If you value your freedom the most in a relationship, you have every right to do so.
But I'm getting the me vibe from you.
If your partner asks you to maybe use different soap because the one you currently use gives them a rash, you would tell them to off? You're trying to cram poly-politics into a straight relationship.
If your poly relationship allows you to screw around with other people, good for you and your partner. However, there is a big difference between that and op situation. We found the Yapper Everyone Tears of Joy index pointing at the viewer.
YTA.
Op comment was not a personal attack.
Alone? Probably best avoided. Make it a group trip to avoid the possibility of issues ever becoming a problem.
I never said I don't go on road trips with male friends. Even ones I may have dated, most of my relationships ended with us still on good terms. I just don't go alone. I bring a third party. Exactly, you don't want the passenger driving, stick, en route. Maybe the antique is his friend. I'm 54 and this was very funny. I'm 64 and laughed way harder than I should have.
If she's in her 50s, she's only vintage.
Just fucking wait, buddy. It's coming for you too, LMAO.
At 52 I have to say good one. And anyway, there's a lot to be said for vintage. Single malt scotch, fine wine, the sound of Dave Brubeck over a pair of classic Klipsche towers. You will learn, grasshopper.
Grin scissor. Who let you out of the care home? I'm almost 50.
What are you saying?
Lol. One day you'll be 50 and remember this. It was a good jab though. Antique is always past the 100-year mark.
I will make it my lifetime goal to achieve that status.
I'm 60, and I liked that comment. Savage. Tears of joy. I so agree with this.
My first thought was that he doesn't want her there because he can't hook up the other girl.
That type of reaction is uncalled for. He's totally gaslighting her.
Exactly, that's gaslighting bullshit, manipulative, toxic, abusive, controlling, blah 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 behavior.
Sweetie, your boyfriend appears to be going on an overnight date with another woman without you. Worse, they have a sexual history together. Take the hint. Is there anywhere you can move while they're out, antiquing?
You didn't get invited along for a reason.
I second this. While he's gone away with his FWB, get some friends to help you move out.
Let him come home to find you gone.
Maybe leave a note, but block him everywhere, phone, email, SM, wherever. That way, he can't bitch about being suffocated by you. NTA. Op isn't pushing him away, but she should be. Or dumb his things with a friend or family member. It depends on who is on the paperwork.
Yeah, 0 chance he doesn't fuck her.
I'd say it's a near 0 chance he hasn't been fucking her.
And, when he does fuck her, 'cause he will, it'll be Op's fault because she's smothering him and pushing him away by wanting to go too. Gaslighting fucks. Dump his ass. BF going to get some vintage coochie.
It's called antiquing, tears of joy.
He's gonna have to blow the dust off first. Might be up to more than a few antique percent a second.
Run away from them.
They are too much invested on each other for allowing space for you. Pick your self-respect up from the floor and leave the gaslighting manipulator that has the gall to tell you your behavior is unacceptable when his permanent girlfriend is taking him for a romantic getaway. NTA.
Yep.
Pack up your stuff while he's out of town.
When he's back, tell him it's over, grab your stuff and leave.
Don't even wait.
Let him come back and see if he even notices that OP's belongings are gone.
Why should she leave? Pack his shit and toss him out. OP is the injured party here. He can go live with Bestie and continue his antiquing.
Who leaves is 100% dependent on who owns the home or who is on the lease.
Either way, there needs to be a full reckoning over this weekend. It sounds very much like an affair. But even on the minute off chance it's not, the way he reacted is completely unfair and unacceptable.
True. I do loathe packing, so even packing is doing him too much of a favor. NTA.
Some chick your BF has diddled in the past, who can't stand you, invites him, antiquing, a couple states away.
And he's got the gall to blow up on you for wanting to go along? They're going off together to be alone, away from you. Read between the lines. Read between the lines. She's being smacked in the face with the whole trilogy. In hard copy. Yup. Run. Leave him while he is gone. Leave a note that says I will not be smothering you anymore. I think she is the antique. He's definitely exploring that crypt. This is giving the, I'm tired of just getting quick bangs from you. I want a weekend away. From the side piece vibes. NTA girl, they're fucking. Read between the lines.
Thank you for saying it flat out. NTA, OP.
NTA, let him go.
When he comes back, make sure he returns to a place without you in it, if you live together, that is.
His reaction is so over the top and quite suspicious. Feels like this trip is for them to get away together.
This is the best plan.
Wait.
I'm smothering you?
We can fix that. I'm single now.
NTA.
NTA. Aw, sweetie. Read the room. I'm sorry to tell you this, but his overreaction is because he's cheating on you.
Trust me on this.
I've seen this behavior before, and that's because it came from me when I was his age.
Don't let him gaslight you.
Leave him before it's too late.
Yay, if this was an innocent friend's trip, OP saying she wanted to tag along should be met with, fantastic.
I didn't know you liked it. Or if you knew the lady friend wouldn't like it. I don't think lady will be keen on that, which is maybe a bit weird, so I'll rain check. The only reason for anger is guilt. You're not trying to go to the bar with the guys and smothering him. Literally, I don't care for an invite when my BF goes out to play pool, that's his thing.
But I'd be super offended if, say, he was going to Six Flags with a female friend and blew up BCI asked to be invited.
That's extremely sketch. NTA. The fact that you are even questioning whether you have the right to be upset is a red flag that he may be emotionally manipulating you.
It's just denial.
She doesn't want to believe he'd do something so cold and vile.
He is.
Do whatever you can to be gone without a trace when he gets back.
No drama, just go.
NTA. He doesn't want you to run the trip for him and his 50-yo girlfriend.
Seems real weird that he won't let you join if they're just friends.
NTA. Couples don't need to do everything together, that's true.
But this reaction is extreme. Makes me wondering what's going on between your boyfriend and Mrs. Robinson.
Literally the name that rang in my mind when I read her age.
Even without his over-the-top reaction, the trip would still be highly suspicious. Quite frankly, the fact that he planned this without even checking with his GF is inappropriate and disrespectful. Given his history with his friend, OP would be right to question things if he hadn't blown up. Yes, it's true, couples don't need to do everything together. But they also don't need to take trips with people they've had sexual relationships with, while intentionally excluding their actual BF, GF.
He isn't taking a trip with a platonic friend, he's taking a trip with his Mrs. Robinson. NTA. Unfortunately, your boyfriend is the one who's most into antiques. He's hips deep into one. How does this not have more upvotes? Okay, I'm 50 and this still made me laugh.
Seriously underrated comment.
Beat me toit. No pun intended.
He's fucking her. Period.
He probably has never stopped.
This is an excuse for them to have a weekend long bang sesh.
Break up with him now.
NTA.
NTA.
Let him go on his trip, but move his stuff out while he's gone.
It's very obvious that this relationship is either already over or about to be based on his behavior. And #X200B. TLDR, run away from this man. I'd throw all his stuff on the front lawn and change the locks. NTA. His reaction is over the top.
That he got so defensive when all you did was ask if you can come is a red flag. They are banging.
Wow. Sounds like something my emotionally abusive, cheating ex-boyfriend would have, absolutely did, said to me. NTA.
Dump him. Him yelling at you is a major red flag.
You asked an innocent question.
Such dramatic and violent response was unnecessary. The coworker not liking you is another red flag.
Because what personal problem could she have with a coworker's girlfriend? Unless.
Let him go on the trip.
You pack your stuff and find somewhere safe and leave him in the past.
He doesn't appreciate your smothering, anyways.
NTA. This is typical behavior for cheaters. She doesn't like you because she is sleeping with him and she's jealous. He blew up and accused you of being a problem because he wants to spend time alone with her. He's not worth the grief.
You did nothing wrong, and he's gaslighting you into believing your behavior is smothering, so you'll question yourself while he goes off on his rendezvous. You know what you need to do. Believe in yourself and just walk away. You're worth so much more.
NTA. He's still doing this, older cougar.
You know her age has nothing to do with this, right?
NTA.
Time to dump his ass. Decent guys don't go to antique auctions 2 states away with their former hookup who hates their girlfriend and then blow up at their girlfriend for asking to come with. Guys that are going with their current hookup do that. He's cheating on you. Pick up your self-esteem and leave that man. NTA.
This was my first thought too. I'm a guy. I miss a lot. Rolling on the floor laughing.
But if some guy told me he was going off antiquing with his ex while he was with somebody, I'd just say internally, is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Said guy wants some cougar love.
I believe the appropriate reaction would be moving out. Yeah, that's not a normal reaction when your GF asks to accompany you to an activity that she really enjoys.
He's losing his mind and making you seem like you're the bad guy?
That's classic Darvo.
He's manipulating you and gaslighting because what he really wants is time alone with his older affair partner. If nothing was going on between them, then he wouldn't have reacted like this and there would be no reason you couldn't go.
Dump him. NTA.
Crazy that you mentioned Darvo, my therapist just taught me about it. He really uses it so much, sad face. Girl, run. This guy is an emotional abuser.
Break up with him and you go with other man, on same auction.
He needs to be your ex-BF op. Location flag, location flag, location flag. A whole parade.
A whole ass parade. Deadpan face.
NTA, but coming from a 46-year-old woman, please pack and leave while they are gone. You deserve better. Baby, if you went, you would mess up their weekend getaway. I'd bet my pink slip the plan was to using this trip to hook up. Hence the guilt overreaction. Ew. He's clearly still fucking grandma.
Put him in the trash.
She is the one he truly desires. You are, asterisk. 1. A pawn in his game to land her. He's using you to make her think he's not into her so that
A. She lets her guard down. B. She gets jealous.
C. They connect by making fun of you. 2. The placeholder until
A. You are no longer needed.
B. You are no longer useful. C. You are an inconvenience.
It's a great year to clean house and not let any garbage back in. NTA.
Oh.
I'll add he's never stopped giving her the D. That's why she don't like you.
What future do you see with someone who treats you like this? NTA, but this is so sad.
NTA.
Why is he going with another woman? He should be going with you. I hate that people can manipulate someone else so much that they're questioning themselves for not wanting their boyfriend to go on essentially an overnight date with another woman. Even if you were going, it's odd. Where's her BF? Or another friend that's a male to balance out? PLs, get out of that relationship.
GTFO. Everything you put in your post says he's cheating, in the least harsh interpretation. She wants to, and he's not massively against the idea. NTA.
Run.
NTA.
He's giving so many red flags. First of all, he's still hanging out with a girl he used to hook up with even though he has a GF.
Since it's very obvious she doesn't like you too, if he cared about you he wouldn't be hanging out with you. And he's 100% okay with going on a trip with her 2 states away while leaving his GF at home even though she loves the kind of thing they're doing.
Girl, he's gaslighting you. You are not smothering him. No partner would be fine with their partner hanging with someone they used to hook up with, much less go 2 states away with. And considering the kind of reaction he had, I wouldn't be surprised if something is happening between them. There was no reason for him to yell at you like that unless he's trying to hide something.
And also an antiquing convention 2 states away?
Please consider leaving him. You deserve someone who would take you antiquing anywhere you wanted. I've had exes that blew like that.
They were cheating. Where is that red flag guy? Cause your BF is giving major location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag. I'd nicely question why does he not want you to go and leave him.
I would never ever be alone with any of my friends' dudes. Even if he and I were best friends. There are boundaries and your BF hella is crossing them.
Don't let him gaslight you, babe.
NTA.
It sounds like you two are not able to fight fair. It is normal to have disagreements, but it's not normal to be reduced to tears and have unacceptable behavior. Something is very amiss here. Not just him spending a couple of days with an ex-fuck buddy, but also his aggressively hostile defense of that time.
He either is or plans to cheat on you.
No WSY. Leave him now.
His reaction is a big red flag. You have a serious problem. Gaslighting you 1000%, and I'm a male. Something ain't right that he wants to go on a trip alone with a woman he's hooked up with.
Crazy AF.
NTA, something going on there based on his reaction.
Update me.
NTA. Now, stop being an AH to yourself and dump this jerk. NTA, but leave him.
He's fucking her still. When you leave your BF, please leave some frozen shrimp in hard-to-find areas at his place.
Drop a few in heating vents for good measure, few in the AC, etc. I've heard curtain rods are a perfect spot. NTA.
He's treating you like a side piece, stomping all over your boundaries, and an inconsiderate asshole.
Oh, and he's almost certainly cheating on you.
Let him go have fun with his antiques, including his paramour. Dump his ass and bag up his stuff while he's gone.
NTA. You don't have a boyfriend.
Stop being absurd.
If you don't break it off, you're complicit. You would clearly be a third wheel on their romantic weekend.
NTA. His reaction was extreme, and it's unusual, at best, to take overnight trips with ex-hookups when you're supposed to be in a committed relationship.
I think it's fairly clear something is off here between him and Mrs. Robinson. You should consider whether this relationship is going anywhere given his attitude and apparent prioritization of another woman.
Dump the loser.
He's already dumped you if he goes on that trip. Lol. Good luck with your boyfriend. NTA.
NTA.
Your NTA. That sounds suspicious that he's getting mad like that.
NTA. Tell him you're sorry for trying to invade his alone time with his friend.
Then tell him while he's away you'll be spending time with an old fling from high school. NTA. He's hitting it. NTA. Totally understandable. I don't like the immediate defensiveness of your BF. You both need to sit down like adults and discuss your feelings and concerns. I can tell you that my wife would absolutely not be okay with this, especially if I used to sleep with her. I would never put myself in that position either, as I think it would be disrespectful to my GF. Also, why is he still friends with someone he was sleeping with?
Seems weird to me.
But ultimately sit down and talk like adults. If he blows up again, maybe it's time for couples counseling or re-evaluate your relationship.
NTA.
I mean, you wouldn't be smothering him if you weren't dating.
So sounds like a simple fix. Seriously? You know he's cheating.
NTA. It sounds like your boyfriend has plans to or has been antiquing behind your back. He's also totally okay with screaming at you and criticizing your very normal and human reaction to that, so you are better off without him. I think you and your boyfriend are into different types of antiques. If my partner hung out alone with his female coworker who he had a prior sexual relationship with and tried to take her on a solo multi-state trip, he'd be my ex.
Don't be the cool chill GF. This dude is crossing all sorts of boundaries with his behavior and he does not respect you or your relationship.
Do you live with him?
Because the conspiracy theorist in me says that's his longtime GF and she doesn't like you because she thinks you're the other woman.
I do, yes.
We have been together for nearly 5 years, with a couple of few months apart from October to February since he relapsed on drugs. Sad face, I know.
The story gets worse. Pensive face. Girl.
Leave him.
Find a place to go when he's gone. He's relapsed on more than just drugs. You can do better. Run away.
Let him have his weekend away.
Change the locks while he is gone. Welcome to Am I the Asshole?
Please view our voting guide here. https://www.reddit.com/r/amatheushole/wiki/fact#wiki_what.2019s_with_they_math.3f closing parenthesis comma and remember to use only one judgment in your comment.
Op has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole.
Greater than I think that maybe I am smothering my boyfriend by asking to come along to the auction.
Help keep the sub engaging. Don't downvote assholes. Do upvote interesting posts. Click here for our rules.
https://www.reddit.com/r/amatheushole/about/rules closing parenthesis and click here for our FAQ. https://www.reddit.com/r/amatheushole/wiki/fact closing parenthesis. Hashtag subreddit announcements.
Follow the link above to learn more. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. https://www.reddit.com/message/compose/?2=r/amatheushole closing parenthesis if you have any questions or concerns. Contest mode is 1.5 hours long on this post. NTA fuck that, go to the damn auction on your own with a friend. So he's dating someone else. Flushed. I mean, he slept with this woman and she doesn't like you. I wouldn't hang out with anybody that didn't like my husband. Nope.
Break up with him.
Not worth your peace of mind. I promise you.
Girl, they're boning.
NTA. Been there. Seen that. Many years ago. I've had the same situation with an ex. He and a female friend he met at work wanted to go Christmas shopping together. He and I and she and her boyfriend had gone out together several times, so I had started to consider them friends as well.
When I asked if I could come, he gave me the same thing as your guy gave you.
Over the top and a hard attempt to convince me that I was being controlling and not allowing him to have female friends. Went to her place.
She was living in her parents' converted garage. Out of my gut feeling, and guess what was there? Both of their cars.
Music playing inside. Was going to knock, but decided to look through the window curtain instead. One room with a little kitchen, like a studio. The bed in the back corner with my ex and his female friend on it. So, yeah, trust your gut. Sounds like you need to make a hot male friend and go on a trip with him.
I believe turnaround is fair play.
He wants to have both, but you need to show him that is not possible.
Find a man that looks at you the way Ryan Reynolds looks at Blake Lively. That sounds like a lot of time and effort for someone Op just needs to break up with regardless.
His disrespect, lack of consideration, and attempts to manipulate her should have been enough.
The fact that he's obviously cheating, or planning to, is just the cherry on top. NTA. Just solely based off of this?
He's cheating, or at the very least in the back of his mind is hoping something would happen again with the Coug on this trip. NTA, and if he isn't cheating with her, I'll be surprised.
His reaction was weird and your instincts are telling you something is off.
Leave him while he is on his trip with his friend. NTA. He's acting like you're the side piece demanding too much of him when he wants to spend time with his real girlfriend.
NTA. Is he still hooking up with this friend?
I think he is.
To jump off the handle like that when a simple not this trip would have sufficed. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it's giving he's still hooking up with this friend.
I'm suspicious by nature.
NTA.
All you did was express a desire to go. And he immediately, from your description, lost his temper?
And then turn it around on you?
He is 100% gaslighting you. He 100% is planning on sleeping with her.
He 100% expects you to forgive him when he gets back. I say he wants space? Give it to him.
Permanently. NTA, your boyfriend is going on a weekend away with another woman. A woman he used to have sex with who also is rude to you. I would be so gone.
Show him the opposite of smothering. Do not be there when he comes back.
NTA, let the cougar have her prey.
Automod *****. Thanks for posting. This comment is a copy of your post so readers can see the original text if your post is edited or removed. This comment is not accusing you of copying anything. Read this. https://www.reddit.com/r/amethyshole/wiki/fact#wiki_post_deletion before contacting the mod team. https://www.reddit.com/message/compose?2fr%2f2famethyshole*******. Background. My F. 28, boyfriend M. 29, has this female friend F. 50s, from work, who he's hooked up with in the past before W. E knew each other, and who doesn't like me?
He says she has no problem with me, but when I've met her it's very obvious she doesn't like me.
Anyway, she called this evening asking to go to this antique auction with him a couple of states away, and he would be driving the two of them.
I love antiques and asked to come along. He blew up at me and asked me why I'm smothering him.
Why he can't spend time with his friends on his own.
That was never my intention.
I just love antiques and it seemed Lee K such a fun time. He started to yell at me telling me I'm pushing him away and making him feel smothered.
I started to cry because he was being so harsh, and he told me that my behavior is not acceptable.
Ita?
I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please, contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message. Compose. To equals, R. Am I the asshole? If you have any questions or concerns.
Red flags.
So many red flags.
NTA.
Reread this as if a friend were asking you this question.
What would you say?
NTA. Flip the script and he will be apeshit crazy if you hang out with people you hooked up with. Healthy relationship will sit down and express yourself properly and not explode without warning like he did.
Which I think he probably guilty of something which he tried to cover up by launching an offensive on you first.
YATAH for staying with this cheating AH. No way.
As a matter of fact, this might be a sign of an impending affair.
NTA, I think you already know why he acting like that.
Op, you came here 'cause you know that relationship is over.
Walk away from this, no reason to run. I guarantee your BF won't bat an eye.
He won't care.
She'll move in within the month. I would end it, I bet they still hook up.
He's cheating on you.
Say goodbye. NTA. His behavior and lack of respect for you sucks.